So yeah, looks like we are getting right back to Alex against Aegis. And here we go. So game 1, we're going to be starting off on Battlefield. Interesting choice. I haven't seen this as a starter stage, or really as a stage that's picked very often at all. This will kind of give Steve more safety as far as just like being able to camp under platforms more easily. And Mithra might struggle more in neutral, but will be very oppressive in advantage on this stage. And already we see Just Boo push to the ledge, getting caught trying to roll out of the ledge with the Pyro side B. And DM is playing this in the same dominant fashion that we saw him start off with in Winners, but ooh, the block wall not quite enough. And I like the drop through command grab. Just Boo knows that there's no true punish there, so he just holds shield into the platform. But DM reads that, goes through with the Tomahawk, ends up getting the kill after the Flame Nova. Flame Nova, I think, just safe from that range with that much charge. Right, and a good whip punish there on the F smash, but going a little too hard for that ledge chop and ends up giving away the corner position. And Just Boo has not had time to mine a whole lot. Finally getting some in now, but does not have a diamond yet. Deep into the second stock. And also still working on taking out this first stock. DM has such a huge lead right now. Really important if Just Boo can get a stock very soon. Did you see the Pyro come out? He's already basically at kill percent. 54% with this much rage. There is certainly some situations where Pyro can kill you right now. Okay, that's a good F throw. This might kill. I think he might have saved it there. I really like DM sniping the TNT pressure block with the Mithra up B. Just avoiding that situation. And the Pyro side B is going to take it. DM 3-stock to 1 lead. So Just Boo on the comeback trail does have the diamonds, but this is going to be a rough situation from here. Ooh, big damage coming out there though. Foot on edge will work out for DM. Just Boo certainly can get back into this with a couple more hits, but DM is playing this so well still with the Pyra. And really showing why Pyra is really strong in this matchup, able to pressure Steve from basically anywhere. As I was talking about earlier, just like, Steve can't really get away from Pyra the way a lot of people can. And it's also one of the only characters that can significantly outrange Steve's buttons. DM avoiding that up smash, or the TNT setup rather. Just Boo takes the stock but has no resources. Goes for a grab, a little bit slow. Steve grab, of course, very slow startup. And he's like out of a lot of his tools at this point. DM also breaking the crafting table, so Just Boo gonna lose even more materials. The crafting table respawns. He does have gold, but does not have anything beyond that. The Flame Nova should take it. Not quite. Good TI. But Just Boo in a really rough spot here. Almost 160%. No materials. No tools. Tries to F-smash. There's nothing there. Not enough tools, materials for one singular block. And there will take it. So DM has just been exhausting Just Boo with resources. He's done such a consistent and good job of that Just Boo has just never had resources at the end game situations here. And that's been the difference in the game. DM has avoided comebacks because Just Boo has simply not had the tools to make the comebacks at the end.
Stop battle. Mithra, zombie.
So right back to the same matchup, Just Boo sticking with Steve. DM has been in control so far in the head-to-head. There were 2 very close games in their winner's set, but even then, it just felt like DM was so comfortable in this matchup. He understands Steve so well. Plays Steve very well himself, of course. And no punish on the whipped up B. does get the punish eventually, just DM dropping shields. And I think one of the most important things to point out about this set and this matchup between these two is that so often we see Steve be like one of the best comeback characters in this game. He builds up to Diamond and then comes back his last stock with Diamond tools no matter what's happened before, and all of a sudden you respect him so much, he can kill you, make up stock deficits so fast. But DM has just eliminated that threat with how well he's exhausted with resources. Has not given Just Blue rather time to mine. And has therefore not been in a situation where Just Blue has the resources to make big comebacks. Of course, as I say that, Just Blue has taken the lead in this game, and this is super important, because if he can play with the lead, play around a little more with having more materials, having more space, and force DM to run at him all the time. Does catch the roll right there, though. We're tied up again on stocks, just a slight % lead for Just Blue. Does not have Diamond yet, again, has not had a lot of time to mine. Good down tilt. The Aegis recovery definitely a bit of a struggle against Steve, but Steve not often going to get a complete kill off of it. More so just getting some free damage there, so with the down tilt. And also across the board, DM has not allowed himself to get edge guarded too hard. Aegis recovery certainly one of, if not their biggest weak point, but Steve has not, Just Blue has not been able to get the Steve edge guard setups, you know, the wall of blocks or the anvils to kill. It just hasn't been as consistent as you'd like it to be on the Just Blue side. The down smash will take that though, and Just Blue takes the stock lead again. This is super important for him. If he can keep this slight lead, so much easier for him to play this matchup. The down air up smash will not quite kill. And DM not panicking in these up tilt situations. He knows up tilt is safe, he knows he can't do anything about it. So he just escapes, gets back to neutral, and he's been playing so well in neutral that he's not afraid of being in neutral again. Bold Pyro side B off stage, gives up the corner pressure. And an interesting conversion from Just Blue into the up smash, but getting some free damage out of it. And now anything else he can get here is bonus. He's got the diamond. He'd like to mine a little bit probably, but get some big damage off that. This should be a big punish. Just goes for jab. And the mid up smash will take it. But Just Blue's in a great spot right now. 79% lead, has diamond he can craft. Puts the TNT down as well so that DM can't come in and mess with that. Ooh, down smash not connecting, but the anvil will take it. And Just Blue ties this up. So after a dominant game 1, DM just playing so comfortable the whole time, Just Blue is able to take it back, win game 2, and tie up this set. Okay, so the counter pick is Smash Bill. It's definitely a good Aegis stage. It is also a very strong Steve stage. I think the idea here is that the less space to move around is going to benefit Aegis and especially Pyra. However, the platform and the large platform in the middle certainly could benefit Steve, just giving Just Blue somewhere to camp, somewhere to just kind of hide out and avoid the pressure that DM wants to put on. But even with that being said, DM has been able to work his way around blocks so well, even when they're under platforms. Okay, so good conversion from Just Blue, taking a good % lead early on. And we saw how important it was last game for Just Blue to play with the lead. DM has been so dominant and borderline untouchable when he's got a significant lead. Because it feels like even when Just Blue does get in, get some sort of conversion, he has to use all his resources to do it. He has to basically exhaust himself of all the tools he'd need to do it again for another stock. And that's how DM's been able to comfortably take these games when he's had the lead. Last game we saw much more of an early start for Just Blue. And we're seeing it again here. If he can get this first stock, that'll be huge. And there's a shield break. So gonna take some time to mine here. You don't want to take too long. DM has a very strong mash. If you give him too much time, he will leave. Oh, and too much, I guess, rage to convert off that, but no conversion for Just Blue off the throw. Still gets a ton of percent off the follow-up, though. And Just Blue looking a completely different player from game 1 and from their winner set. Has a full stock lead, has Diamond in his pocket as well. And the up smash will punish the whipped pyro move there. So Just Blue has a 3 stock to 1 lead. And this set has completely turned on its head. Great SDI from DM, but no tools for Just Blue to punish, and that will be a kill. So DM's starting to get back into this, but full Diamond ready to go here. This is going to be rough. DM's SDI has been crazy in this set. Just absolutely warping through Steve on these forwarders. But the Anvil will take it, and now we're seeing a lot more of the edge guards. Like I talked about a couple games ago, Just Blue's edge guard percentage had not been very high in winner's set or in game 1 of this set. He's gotten way more, gotten some free kills with that Anvil at higher percents. And it's been a huge part of turning the set around and putting it into Just Blue's favor as he now leads 2-1. So does DM go, oh, it goes Cloud, okay. So this is notoriously a very difficult matchup for Steve. The DM Cloud, not one of his most common characters. I know he does have one, he's played it a little bit, but we do not see this very often. This is an interesting decision. Going far more for the matchup than for his own personal comfort on the character. But we've talked about how well he knows Steve, certainly knows this character inside and out, and this is a very tough matchup for this character, often regarded as their worst or second worst maybe, you know, I think Cloud, Sephiroth, and maybe also Shulk, generally considered to be the hardest matchups for this character. And we are seeing early on a good example of why Steve can struggle with this matchup, why Cloud is so good here. Yeah, come on over. As DM needs to win 2 in a row here to take this in the first set. If Just Blue takes this game, we will go to a reset. And I am joined now
by Young Cloud God. What's up?
Welcome back. Good stuff on top 8 today, by the way.
Thank you very much. But yeah, so love to see the return of Just Blue.
Yeah, Just Blue having a great day. 2 very tight wins over Nuggets to get here. DM kind of bodied him in winners, then in game 1. But Just Blue really brought it back, beat him twice in Steve Aegis, and now DM has pulled out the Cloud.
Yeah, that adaptation, very, very good from Just Blue, but honestly I'm not surprised. He's known for being able to overcome almost any hurdle. And this Cloud actually proving to be another one of those. Is DM up more than a full stock.
Yeah, I was just talking about, this is notoriously a very hard Steve matchup. Steve does not like Final Fantasy characters.
Yeah.
So Just Blue has to play this very safely, try to avoid the early kills from Limit, the early kills from, just how strong Cloud is and how good back air is against this character.
Exactly.
It has to find a way to get Diamond on his last stock. That's going to be a big deal.
And so, Just Blue, his Steve play, I would say it's more akin to Jake's than, say, Yanni's. He's more of like a neutral-based Steve, where he plays the character a lot and doesn't just fish for 0 to deaths. And however, we did see Cole's Cloud beat Jake's Steve over the weekend.
Yeah, we've seen Steve players struggle in this matchup, basically for as long as the characters existed.
Speaking of struggling, though,
but they are learning it better. And Just Blue certainly, he was overwhelmed a bit the first stock of this game, it seemed. Just kind of like getting hit by the back air, not able to zone him out, not able to camp for in mine. But he's brought it all the way back. Now has a stock lead and has a Diamond for his last stock as well.
And I was going to point out that DM's really struggling to take this stock here. And other than Limit, in this matchup, that's kind of a thing because, like, up smashing is risky. You can get anviled. Back airing, like, sure, it's great, but, like, the Steves know you want that. Like, you can see he's fishing for it right here. Steves know you want back air, so they'll be able to play around it decently well, just as Just Blue's doing right now, actually.
Look at the SDI, though. DM going so far on that SDI, and it's like, he's still in a rough spot here, but he's avoided the big, the even bigger damage, the potential kill combos. SDI out of all of those, it's just gone so far on all of these forwarders.
Exactly, and speaking of kill combos, at 67, this Diamond back air, especially now at 80, might be starting to kill soon, so he has to watch out for that too. It's just so much DM has to do here if he wants to bring this, make sure Just Blue doesn't get his second set in.
Yep, definitely just a couple more hits away. 84% now. Doesn't hold out on that up B though.
Yeah, and that classic up B out of shield. One thing I actually wanted to point out is that if Just Blue shields on the crafting table and DM tries to aerial his shield, the aerial will hit his shield and then catch on the crafting table, giving Just Blue a larger window to punish. And he might use that trick he knows right there for a kill setup. However, 109, Just Blue no stranger to killing. However, that pick being gone is... Oh, never mind. He has gold.
Yep, so he's got gold. Gold, of course, better frame data, not any different on power from the weaker tools. But
I thought it was slightly stronger, but I might be
It's
wrong.
about the same as the weaker ones, but it's just faster.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But he does still have diamond on some of them. Has no resources, though. And this is sort of a recurring theme we've seen from DM in a lot of this set. A lot of this set and the one before it.
Yeah.
But the backer will take it.
Yes, and I want to say that was a
huge
very,
difference there. He was
very
able to seal
good
that out.
job by Just Blue, making think he was going to tomahawk, instead going for the F smash, because that shield damage right there, that's so much. And then...
And it's pretty safe,
yeah,
too. You're
it's
out of
very
cloud
safe.
range.
Yeah, and because of that F smash, he now has the ability to shield poke with his back air, and that's exactly what he did. So very, very well played by Just Blue.
So he takes the first set, takes out the DM Cloud. Again, difficult matchup, but also not typically who DM plays, of course. He's got 3 characters that are ahead of that one at least. So DM, given that a shot in the first set, now we're back into the reset. We start over. We're back to the matchup that we usually saw between these two, which is Aegis against Steve.
And this is one of the big things about DM. You can't just beat one of his characters, because he has so many. You have to be able to beat him as a player. And for many, many people, that is so difficult because he is a very, very talented player. However, Just Blue doing a pretty good job in the first set. Let's see if he can keep it going here.
Yeah, these two played in winners finals. DM won 3-0. First game was dominant. Next 2 games were very tight. But DM just like really towards the end of those games and game 1 of the first set of grands, DM was completely running him out of resources. We'd get to the end of the games and Just Blue would have no resources in the bar at all.
Oh,
I
and
guess
that's
they
really
early
the
kill
first stock
with the edge
from
guard.
Just Blue, yeah.
But in the second set, or in this reset here, we see a good start from Just Blue. And we saw this towards the end of the first set of grands, where Just Blue was either able to take control enough that he could still have time to mine, or he would just win without resources at the end.
Exactly.
That's what we saw last game.
And Just Blue is very competent at fighting even without the iron. Like right now, he doesn't have iron on deck, but he's still scrapping. He's not like placing the wall like most Steves would. And Just Blue likes to use blocks a lot less than other Steves, I've noticed. However,
Yeah, we really only see him use it often as a landing option.
yeah,
We will also see him, of course, use some. Oh, the foresight kills him.
that sucks.
Love seeing that.
Yeah. But
Karma.
yeah, exactly. The character's so broken, you deserve to die for it occasionally.
It's it's just power crept bats. Sometimes it has to kill you like bats does.
Yeah. What was I gonna say?
Ooh. I don't think Steve can punish Flame Nova at
No,
all.
Flame Nova is, I mean, if you have a read on what he can do after, he's gonna do after, but like,
Well, that's not a punish.
I don't
at that
think,
point.
yeah, I don't think Just Blue wants to like risk dying here. He can just keep this stock going. He's got the gold, he's got the diamonds, and he does not have the kill. That was very close.
So finally, the DM Pyra F Smash will take it, but this is such a huge lead now, and he's got diamond tools as well.
I really like that crafting on top of the TNT from Just Blue, because you can actually, if your character is fast enough, like Mithra, you can push the Steve off of crafting and he won't be able to craft. But since
But you
he's
can't do it if you're on the TNT block. He's done that a lot in this, especially in grands.
yeah, oh my god. Just seeing the creative play out of this 15, 16-year-old kid just gives me so much hope.
It's also really cool to see him playing against DM who knows Steve so well.
Exactly.
Because there's not going to be a lot of Steve tricks that DM has not seen.
Yeah.
He's a very good Steve player. He loves his character. He's played him a ton.
Yeah, his tag
And it's a
actually
very high
stands for
level.
Diamond Miner. Yeah.
Yes.
And then that air dodge catch, great back air by Just Blue, and that's going to be... Crafting on top of TNT is Sigma activity. That's facts. That's facts, Justin
This is
Philo.
a crazy turnaround. Just Blue
yeah.
got 3-0 in winners, lost game 1 of grands, and now has won 4 straight.
He
All
remembered
but one
who
of
he
them
was.
very convincingly.
He
So I
remembered
wonder
who
if
he
we see
was.
the Steve mirror. I wonder if we see the Pikachu. Like, does he try something else here? Or does DM think he can bring this back with the Aegis?
Oh, let's see.
Here
the
we go.
Ditto.
Here's the Steve mirror. And this is, I think, probably the best choice at this point. The Aegis is clearly not working.
All I'm saying
The
is
Pikachu is a little out of practice by now. I don't even know if he can plays it
my
anymore.
boy Just Blue is nasty at Bed Wars. So in this PvP, I don't know, he might have the advantage. That's all I'm going to say. Just putting that out there.
I think from what we've seen so far, and what I know of DM Steve in general, because I've played him a couple times, Just Blue definitely really strong neutral and really strong, like, you know, basic overall game plan.
Yes.
DM has the better combos, for
Absolutely,
sure.
and that
was a crazy setup.
really, really good, yeah.
But yeah, DM definitely a stronger combo game. Also, generally does not run out of resources. I have not seen that happen to him as much as I've seen happen to Just
Yeah,
Blue.
I think Just Blue just more comfortable playing without the resources, honestly. But
It's
that
like,
up smash
it's
out of shield
important to
will
be
be
comfortable on one hand, but on the other hand, like, you're still a worse character without it, no matter how comfortable you are.
Oh, great game by Just
that
Blue.
was,
And good night,
Rolls the
Ty.
wall
We will see you
over
later.
the up B.
And that's going to be 54%. Wonderful. DM solidly in the lead? Nope, you're wrong.
There's no solid lead in this match.
Yeah.
The lead is who has more materials and who has diamonds.
I wonder, can you use the other person's crafting table?
No.
You can't. Huh, that's weird. I thought you would be able to, but great setups by Just
I
Blue.
think you can. If any Steve players want to correct me,
Yeah.
let me know. I am certainly not a Steve player.
Yeah, me either.
Um,
So, I love Minecraft, and when he came out, I was like, damn, this character's too hard for me, because I was like really bad at the game. I'm still. But anyway, I never picked him up. Although, who knows, might come out in a later date.
I was really sad that he got into the game, and then
Really?
he came out, and I was like, wait, this is actually so cool.
No, yeah, I really like a lot of people hate on Steve, but I really like how creative he
I just
can
don't
be.
like children.
You know, that's a really fair point.
Get the brawl boomer over here.
Yes. And that gold up tilt, -1 on shield, I believe.
Yeah.
So there's not much you can do
I
about
think
it.
it's the safest tilt in the game. I do not think there is a plus on shield tilt. Oh, Steve down tilt. But
Oh,
that's
yeah.
kind of different. That's
Yeah.
projectile. Safest non-projectile tilt in the game.
Exactly.
Not a whole lot of safer moves in the game. Pretty much all of them are projectiles, like Mega Man Tear being plus.
Yeah.
And the fact that also you get such a big conversion out of that is one of the big things that makes Steve so terrifying.
Ooh, and that anvil
Okay, sure.
flanking and then going through the up smash. That's going to be DM going down 0-2 in this set. Just
Yeah,
Blue,
this is 5 straight games.
Wow,
What does
really?
DM do here?
he figured it out, man. He figured out
Some
what
huge
was happening.
adjustments. A 2-stock there again. I think only one of these last 5 games has gone to last stock.
Yeah, you're right.
So what does he do here? Does he stick with the mirror? Does he try? Okay, he goes back to
Goes
the cloud.
again.
So the cloud took a huge lead, and then Just Blue brought it all the way back and ended up with a pretty comfortable win in the end, despite
Absolutely,
going down a stock
yeah.
early. Can he play a little
Smashville here.
safer?
There's going to be a
Really
different
take advantage
stage,
of
too.
why Cloud is so strong in this matchup. The stage pick is strange to me.
Yeah.
I think this is a good Steve stage. I think just like, despite it being relatively small, you have that like center platform area you can control really well.
I think what DM wants to do here is he wants to like capitalize more on the Just Blue lack of materials that we've been pointing out. Because he can see, oh, Just Blue has like
was
no
big.
iron. Great stock by DM. He didn't even care about using that limit. But like I said, yeah, Just Blue having less materials is gonna hurt him a lot more on a stage like Smashville rather than like Town or PS2 where he can just run away and get more.
And it will also hurt his ability to get those resources back. You know,
Yes.
you're not going to have as much room to run away.
Oh.
And while I think that does actually benefit Steve in the situations where he's already got materials, I do see that it would also be more difficult for him to get them in the first place.
Yeah, tragic for Just Blue. Failing to tech the block. And the
And then refereeing an air
DMSD
dodge. Is he alive?
Yes.
Wow, all right.
I don't think he would have gone down if he wouldn't have been, but I don't know.
So still a stock lead here for DM. The Cloud working out better now.
Absolutely. He's just taking this game and running with it.
And also, we've had so little time for Just Blue to mine that he has no diamond, and probably won't anytime soon unless I'm a
Exactly.
little off on that.
I am not
but
too
he has
sure
not
either,
had time
but-
to mine much at all, so probably not even at that diamond yet.
Ooh, great limit charge.
Yep. Really good timing from DM, able to
Yeah.
just get that limit in time.
And that cross slash gonna be doing wonders. And that back air sends him off stage. He has no iron here, Winters.
And as you mentioned before, the no iron being something DM plays around. He was way more aggressive than usual on that situation because there was just like, there's no threat of the anvil that you have to worry about coming out of the sky.
Exactly. And good limit up B. However, Just Blue will toss him right back off stage. Yo, what the?
Was that Jules, the Twitter legend? Let's go Twitter.
Jules_SSB. Dude, when are you coming out to another event? I miss you. I saw a guy today, and I was like, oh, that's Jules. Because he was playing Me Brawler, and he looked like you. And I went over, and I was like, yo, how have you been? And it wasn't you. And I was like, oh,
I played that guy, yeah.
No, he was actually pretty good.
He was good. He destroyed my Min Min. I beat him with Bowser.
Oh, yeah, that's the Bowser for you. And actually, Just Blue bringing this
Just Blue
back.
got us all the way back. He got a down tilt gimp. But yeah,
I thought that was the F
Yeah.
smash. Oh, my God. Okay. DM getting the back air, bringing this back, ending his 5-game win streak.
Yeah,
We'll
5
see.
games in a row for Just Blue, and even with that win, you know, DM took control again and lost quite a bit of it at the end, almost losing the whole lead, but does manage to get the stock.
You're not going to any more BSB specifically, so you don't have to see me. Damn. I don't think
Damn,
you
get bodied.
realize. Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
All right, so we're going back to Battlefield. So a big part of that was certainly the stage pick worked very well for him.
Yeah.
DM played really well around the Smash Ball pick. Now we're going back to Battlefield. We played game 1 of this set here. And Just Blue kind of dominated that game.
Absolutely.
So we will see if he can repeat that. DM on his last legs, but is still on the cloud.
Yeah. If last game tells us anything, it's that DM is still kicking, and 18%
Cloud is solid.
cross slash.
You know, I think it's more important that he knows the Steve matchup than that he's that specifically good at Cloud.
Yeah.
Cloud is kind of like a simple character to learn the basics of, even if you don't get to like the higher levels of him.
I'm pretty sure everyone has fiddled around with a Cloud at least once or twice.
Yeah, most good players in this game have played Cloud, especially the ones who played Smash 4.
Oh yeah. And
DM did go Cloud against me at least once in Smash 4.
great. Just Blue trying to get the anvil set up off stage there. However, DM recovering very well and able to, I believe, just fall out of that Steve combo. But about even percents here. And honestly, DM doesn't need to worry about percents. He just needs to worry about taking Just Blue stocks, because you've seen how fast the Steve can build it up. And
that was a really unlucky situation for DM. He went for an F smash read, which is not necessarily the conventional thing to do there, but like it also meant that he was holding in on the anvil and then died to it when he normally would not have.
DM has the Juno Tsubasa power-up. I don't get that reference.
I have no idea.
Just Blue whiffing grabbing. Unfortunately, DM unable to punish him, but these fairs, these down tilts, eating through these dirt blocks over here. And Just Blue
this is one of the big things about this matchup that can be such a struggle for Steve, is that the wall, any wall you build is good for approximately 1 or 2 swings.
Yes, and another thing about that actually is what we were talking about earlier, how Just Blue isn't like a very blocky Steve. So he is going to be better against Cloud than most Steves normally. And great down smash in the air. That's definitely a fair and balanced mechanic. However, we will be seeing DM make his recovery to stage. And that grab actually might be brutal, because at later percents, that F throw sends it a really nasty angle.
It does. It's a crazy angle. They're like, what if we put Falcon down tilt on a throw?
Oh my god. I forgot about Falcon down
good.
tilt, but Capri-Sun has given me nightmares.
Dude's been pressing that button for 20 years.
Yeah.
Scary move.
Ooh.
Oh, he almost had that. DM had the read, but misses
And,
the execution, but he will get through the up smash. And has Just Blue on last stock. But he is now also on last stock.
Yeah, well, I don't really know what happened there.
He got minecarded. It happens.
Yeah, just wasn't ready to mash. It's unfortunate, but it happens. And
Yeah, you know, DM's match is also so good, but if you're not ready right at the start to do it right away, it
one
doesn't even
thing
matter.
I would also like to point out, actually, is how well DM is playing around these up tilts from Just Blue.
He's dead.
And that shield break is going to be
All right.
Just Blue taking BSB number 39.
Yeah. So congratulations to Just Blue. What a finish as well.
Absolutely. And
I like getting that little bit of mining in case it didn't kill. Always got to be ready.
Exactly.
Just Blue does it again. Does it right
great
there.
job. And this is his first tournament back in quite a while,
I
actually.
haven't seen him in a bit. Yeah.
No, he went to the stadium a couple weeks ago, but other than that, he hasn't really been present. And this is a great way to start this PR season.
This kid's so good.
2 wins on DM, 2 wins on Nuggets.
Yep. What a crazy start. Is this the first BSB of the new season? Or, yeah.
Yes, it was. The last BSB was the last day of the
cool.
old season.
So, yeah, first win of the season. A huge win for Just Blue. Really good stuff to him. He's, what, like 16?
Yeah, I think so.
He's so good at this game already.
Oh, my God.
So,
yeah, I played him on
Solo
Wi-Fi.
Steve. He takes out DM twice, Nuggets twice. I don't even know what his bracket was like before then, but
yeah, he took
really
out
good
Lu
stuff.
Krung, I know that.
Oh, yeah, he beat Krung with Korin.
Yes.
So, my round
Korin
one,
dittoed Krung.
I beat a Korin player round 1.
Nice.
I went on to play Lu Krung in the Korin ditto.
Nice.
Krung won that, and then played Just Blue, who then went Korin against him.
Oh my God, that's
So we
that's
had,
a
we
bit
had the whole
BM
Korin
right
stuff.
there.
It's like I finally come here. I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna play Korin today. And then like, Lu Krung's my bracket. He's like, we should Korin ditto. I'm like, yes, we should.
I told you if he beat Nuggets, he won the tournament. Well, you were right Wednesday.
Yeah, no, that is a
Just
dominant
goat.
grand finals. That's such a big
Absolutely.
turnaround as well. Just Blue getting 3-0 in winners, losing the first game of grands, and then goes 6-1 from there.
Yeah, he Yeah, no, it was 6-1. You're right. I
Yeah,
was gonna
he
say
lost
did
game
win.
one,
Yeah, he
and then
he
only
won.
lost one the rest of the time.
Yeah, won one game in each set of Grands. DM did. However, Just Blue a very, very dominant performance, and look out for this kid. He's coming to shine, and when he does, he will be taking names.
He's certainly someone who could get on a run. This region has so many hidden bosses.
Oh my
There's so many
goodness.
new kids from the COVID era who have like played
Exactly.
Wi-Fi a lot and gotten good now that they're offline.
Just Blue, Smilo.
And all these kids don't usually get to travel. They're gonna be able to go to Shine. So we're gonna see a lot of
That's
good
true.
stuff there.
All right, yeah. Unfortunately, I believe we do have to sign
Yep,
off, but it
we
was
are done for tonight.
Yeah.
Good commentating with you again.
Yeah, it was
Got to get on the
amazing.
run tonight. Good to
Thank
see
you.
you all again. You can follow us on Twitter. I'm Winters_FGC.
and I am Nair up B, the Fabled Ivysaur combo.
Beautiful.
However, we will see you all later.